Hello, I am Chris Menard. Welcome to my channel. Feel free to subscribe and ring the bell. We have an Excel video today. I'm going to discuss three functions. I'm going to look at concatenate, TEXTJOIN, and the CHAR function. What we're trying to do is we have a list of customers or employees, it doesn't matter what, and I need to put every row or every record in one cell, and I'm going to use column G to do that in, because whatever application we're using wants everything in one cell when we import it in there. So let's get started right now. We're going to start off with concatenate, then we'll do TEXTJOIN, and then we'll do CHAR. There are chapters or bookmarks listed below. Up in G1, I'm going to just type in the word join to have something here. Here we go with concatenate. I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. I want to join. I'm going to keep this simple. I want to put in just the last name and the first name in cell G2. So that's going to be equals A2 and B2. Notice it put in the last name and the first name with no spaces. I'm going to hit F2 to edit this. If I want a space, I'm going to do quotes, space, quotes, and another ampersand, and there you go. And if you wanted a comma in here, right there is your comma. There's your formula up in the formula bar, by the way. That's method one. So if I wanted all of this on one row, I could keep concatenating and putting commas, which is my delimiter, if I wanted to do that. Before I do option two, if you said, Chris, why was that called concatenate? There is a concatenate function. What text do you want? You're going to get the same results I just had a second here ago. There you go with the actual concat function. I like to use the ampersand. Good either way. Option number two now is a great function called the TEXTJOIN function. This function does not work in every version of Excel. It's definitely in Microsoft 365, Excel 2021. I will put a full list down below of every version this works in, but I'm going to do equals TEXTJOIN. A lot of arguments. What is my delimiter? I'm going to use a comma in this example. Your delimiter can be whatever you want to. And then the next question is, comma. Do you want to ignore empty cells? I intentionally did this in column D. I'm going to hit true, but I could include the blanks. Comma, and then what is it you want to put together with TEXTJOIN? I'm going to go ahead and do this entire record this time. This is actually a lot faster than concatenate. That is it right there. Here we go. There's your answer. Then I would get my crosshairs and double click, and this is what you would import into that program. I saw this question somewhere, and I thought I would cover it this weekend. So there is that one. I do want to look at row number 4, Tasha Wilson. If you notice, it put in the 103 Main Street, then it skipped and went to the city in New York, and then put in New York. There you go. If you go the other way, by the way, instead of true, and make that false. Crosshairs, double click, or just I'm gonna pull right down here. There you go. Notice the extra comma in there. After Main Street, there are 2 commas. So there are your options for true versus false. I love TEXTJOIN, by the way. And then finally, the other option we have is someone wanted to know, what if they need, there's 2 addresses, address 1 and address 2. Well, I could use concatenate or TEXTJOIN for just the 2 addresses. But the question was, I need address 1 above address 2 if there are 2 addresses. How do you handle that one? Well, the way to handle that is there's a function called equals CHAR, the CHAR function. It's looking for a number, and it's going to return something. I'm going to put in the number 63. Watch this. It gives me a question. One more time with 64. And let's do 62 too. Let's do 3 of these. There you go. Well, the number 10 is a line break with the CHAR function. So knowing that number 10 is a line break, I'll leave these here. I'm going to say equals text join char 1 0. There's my line break, comma. Do you want to ignore empties? True. Comma. I'm going to highlight these two. That is it. Done. Press enter. And if you say, Chris, it didn't work, you're correct. When you do text join with char, the line break, you do have to still come and click wrap text to see the line break right here. Now this should work. Let me make sure I got text. So look, you make sure you click on wrap text, and that is working right there. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. We covered actually 3 Excel functions today. CHAR, text join. I nested CHAR into text join, and we also looked at concatenate, 2 different methods of using it. I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.